My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 19th October 2022. The thrust, be wise stewards. The indicative of our reflection. Many times God's grace is taken for granted. Many behave as if grace and salvation are their prerogatives just because of a religious tag. They are wrong. In the world of today, there is so much manipulation and infidelity. The church too is infected by this. There are increasing tendencies and cases of the decline of honesty and corrosion of values. In such a context, the Word of God reminds us that we are servants and stewards and not masters and bosses. That is why Paul attests that his ministry is that of stewardship of God's grace given to him for the people. We should mark a few of the key words: stewardship, God's grace, given by, and given for. Each expression is significant. Stewardship implies humility, responsibility, diligence, and loyalty. In the case of a good steward, there is no room for dishonesty and deception. A good steward is humble because he knows that all that he has and does is given and not his own. It is not for self or self-interest. It is for others. And it is not entangled with mundane things, but with God's grace. In the teaching of Jesus, this stewardship becomes more clear. It is very interesting to note that manager, steward, and servant are interchangeably used. Thereby, we may take a cue that a faithful and wise manager or steward is a faithful servant. God, with trust and benevolence, has entrusted to us the immensity of His grace. We are the dispensers of His grace. Therefore, we must be ever ready and alert so that we are not looted by the evil thief. On the contrary, we must be prepared to meet the Lord whose coming too is unexpected. As good servants and stewards, we must be fair and benevolent toward other servants. We cannot ill-treat them, nor can we engage and entertain ourselves in worldly pleasures and preoccupations. And now the imperative for our life: one who is given and has more will be more accountable. If God has blessed us with immense grace, then we need to be more graceful. But often this is missing.